Dispel, check 1 2, microphone checking, yeah. I just want to dispel a myth here because sometimes we create false dichotomies when they don't exist here. It's not, you don't either blame the white man or you take responsibility. And I have a problem with the word blame. To acknowledge that something was done and these are the people that did it is not a blame thing. It's just an acknowledgement, yeah? It's an acknowledgement of what actually took place and who done it. It's as simple as that. And it is irresponsible not to realize that and not to acknowledge that. Jews, you never heard a Jew saying we shouldn't blame the Germans for what happened to us. Yeah? Palestinians in Palestine don't say we shouldn't blame the Jews for what going on in Palestine right now. It don't go on. You know what I'm saying? So it's not an irresponsibility thing when you say these are the people that did it. It's actually responsible to do that. Yeah, because we have to understand this is war. And the most responsible thing that you can do in a state of war is identify your enemy. It's as simple as that. Not to do that in a state of irresponsibility because you're picking them need for no. Yeah, when they came to Africa, hold on the king. When they came to Africa, yeah, the elders gave the children descriptions of the enemy. So they know when they see people, they for run them blow out. Yeah? Right? That's what they did because they knew that there was an enemy. We had to identify an enemy and respond accordingly. It's as simple as that. And the best way to defeat an alien culture is to live your own. But we have been ripped from our culture. So if we're going to get it back, we have to understand the process that we went through that ripped us from it. It's as simple as that. So when my brother speaking and say about slavery, yeah, I was taught both. I was taught about Tamari and Kemet and Monomatapa and Ghana and Bukongo and all these things to know that I was great from birth. I'm great by nature. I'm a genius by nature. But as a people collectively, we've been ripped from that collective genius. And this is how it was done. And if we're going to get back to our collective greatness, we're going to have to go through these steps. It's as simple as that. And I just want to touch on something that Shay said earlier. There is no Africanness without spirituality. And the fact of the matter is this. For too long, we've been chasing gods that are not our own. As simple as that. Yeah? So there's no religion in my culture. Yeah, and you're right, Rastafari is a way of life, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, but all African culture is a way of life. There is no Yoruba without the Orisha. It's as simple as that. There's no Kemet without the Neteru and all these things. All the ways of life are based around spiritual concepts and spiritual systems that affect the way you educate your child, the way you marry your wife, how you even make love to your wife, Tarati. All these things, yeah? Seriously, it's not a joke business, you know what I'm saying? And it's about, so right now we're doing the Sankofa thing, and we're gonna have to go back and get all of it, including the knowledge of how we was ripped out of that. We have to understand that, and the children need to know. It's not a question of teaching them negative things. It's about them understanding, because Malcolm X said the thing, you know, when you know about certain things, yeah, people never change their condition when they get sad. It's only when they get mad. Yeah, when they decide to change certain things. And it's a reality. You're supposed to know about slavery. You're supposed to get angry. You're supposed to bar tears. Yeah, because every Jewish child, they learn nothing else in their life. They learn the 2 words, never again. Simple things. Yeah, and that's what you have to be thinking. It's war, you know. We are living with war right now. And we have to have a war analysis right now. Marcus Garvey says so.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. As much as I appreciate we used to blame, I'm sure with a lot of intelligent people here, sure we can realise who is to blame for our situation. But I don't know if I'm being naive, but I just want to know what purpose blame serves. How moving forward. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge, blame, whatever you want to call it. What purpose does it serve?
Can I answer that?
You need to know who your enemy is.
You have to know what your enemy is, but we're in 2010.
And what he's capable of doing. The level your enemy went to keep you in the...
Brother.
I don't know.
Hey, what I'm saying. Well, you know what? If we all, let me tell you something. If we all talk, no one hears nothing. Like straight. I know we all, this is what I'm saying. I love all this, but if we carried on like this a lot of the time, we would have more than Diane Abbott there. So please, like, let's just cool. I know it gets frustrated in there, but like, you know what, one at a time. Like, you know, it's all love, but let's just fling it. Sorry, I'm getting frustrated because my memory is short, and I'm gonna forget what I want to say. As I said, I started what I'm saying with I may be naive here.
Okay.
As I am, I was born into an African family. I'm Nigerian Igbo. But for the first 8 years of my life, I was living in foster parents, in white people in Felixstowe. Only black person there, probably still no black people there now. So all this stuff it's not new to me. I'm an intelligent person, you know. But
I'm still growing. I'm trying to learn. That's why I'm here today. That's why as I was saying, before everyone talks to me about definitions and stuff, I may be naive, but I'm not stupid. I'm an intelligent person. This is why I'm putting the question out there, if I'm allowed to. So I was asking, what purpose does acknowledgement / blame actually serve? The point I want to make is, as much as we can acknowledge or / blame whoever we want to acknowledge / blame, what I feel we need to do is actually put that into practice. People say knowledge is power. I disagree. I think knowledge with application and then sharing, that's where the power comes from. But this is where we need to move forward. We need to put that into action. What are we actually doing? Everyone's saying this is the problem, this is the problem. I've heard 95% problems, 5% solutions. What I'm saying is, what are we doing? Brother over there, he says he's worked with children for 14 years. Practicality, that's what I'm talking about. 14 years working with young people. That's putting knowledge, applying it, and sharing it. And that's creating power for the people you're working with. I work in finance, but the company I work for is a marketing company. We have a magazine which is created for young people, by young people. The majority of them are like disaffected black youths. They come from schools, got kicked out of schools. A lot of people that don't even go to schools, and they're like 14, 15, key stage of their life. What we do for them is key. You know, they're black people, they're white people. There's no hatred in me because, as I said, I was brought up with foster parents for 8 years of my life. So there's no hatred. I can't really say war, this, that, and the other. And as I said, it's 2010. We're not technically in a war. We're in a difficult position, but it's not a war. Do you know what I'm saying? Listen. It's a war. It's a. It's going to be difficult to. It's like 8 o'clock in the evening.
You know how many people were waiting for time? Brother, I asked everybody. Yeah, go on in the back.
I love my people with all my heart and soul, but the fact that we keep on talking about blame shows the conditioning, how well it was done. Because China, people keep on talking about China, Asians. Chinese people, maybe not the average person walking on the street, but the government, they hate white people. You don't know that. Yeah? They were taught that in school. They were taught when Mao Tse-tung took over the government in China, he kicked out all the white people. And if you watch something like Jet Li, if anyone watched Kung Fu, that guy, all his films, he shows how British people mashed up China. That's in 2010. Yeah? We don't want to accept who the enemy is. Until you accept who the enemy is, like brother over there said, that's why black youths, because you can train black youths and look, I told my brethren this years ago, when we're walking down the road, you see a black man screw you, you want to fight. If an Asian man looks at you funny, you don't even see it. A white man looks at you funny, you don't see it. That's because it's not about blame. Some of us, like me, my great-granddad was hanged by a white man in Mali. Yeah? My dad told me stories of getting kicked up by police in England, my Jamaican father, yeah? I've been kicked up by a teacher in school, in primary school in England. So when you're talking about blame, it's not blame. The reason why I have presidents in Africa, these idiots that have got PhDs, educated, never talk about AIDS as man-made, is because the war is going on. They're killing us every day. So when you're talking about not blaming, I'm sorry, it's no disrespect to anyone, that is a complex. That is a complex. How can someone be killing you on a daily basis, yeah, in all different ways? They're going to Ghana, they're giving women sterilization injections so they can't have babies, yeah? They're doing all the in Niger, in Chad. The UN openly said that if you get caught doing slavery, you're going to get a fine, like a parking ticket. Yeah? They're killing us every day. The war has never stopped. It's worse now because black people can't see it. Yeah? So hold on. And when we're talking about this thing, when I hear black people say don't blame the white man, we're the only race on the planet that doesn't blame a person that's killing us. You know what I mean? We're the only place. This love and harmony thing is rubbish. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It's a war. Yeah? You understand? Until they teach us that we're all the same. We're not the same. We're not the same, we never have been the same, never will be the same. Yeah? Someone's gonna always teach you, if there's no blame thing, yeah? All these look, the brutality, the raping, look, just the last time I was in Africa, I had to bad up a white man, he was trying to offer a 12-year-old a Coca-Cola to take home and have sex. This thing is going on all the time. All the time. So when people sit down and say, stop blaming the white man, stop blaming the white man, they're killing you on a daily basis in many different ways. With medication, yeah, last time I went to Africa, they were giving out medication free. Where in the world do they give medication free? You tell me. They're killing us every day as you speak, so don't sit here and insult your ancestors and insult your people by saying, stop blaming, man. Your ancestors will turn over in their grave.
Alright, let me say something.
To the youngest. Especially the youngest. When they've got over the first problem, finding somewhere to live, what better place to talk things over than on the front steps, as they did back home. West Indians are really at home in a market with its hustle and bustle, and where there's plenty of choice and variety.
H. Cross is a reformist, if you like, black psychologist from the United States, and he talks about 4 stages, I can't remember what it's called, of... Give me the thing. Anyway, so what he talks about is, and the reason why I think this is important is because when some people made comments, a lot of us were thinking that they weren't ready yet. And what it is, or what William Cross talks about, is that there are 4 stages in terms of your racial awareness or